Wilbur Sargunaraj.
வணக்கம் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? Wilbur Sargunaraj பேசுறேன். Greetings everybody. This is Wilbur Sargunaraj. I'd like to introduce to you today a very special friend of mine and a guest. He is Mr. Bob Joseph. Sir, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, Mr. Bob is the director of Indigenous Corporate Training.
Yes. So here we are in Vancouver. Right behind me would be the Squamish, Musqueam, and then across the water, Tsleil-Waututh, and a little bit further to the east, you'd have a Coquitlam First Nations territory. So it's kind of they're all part of the same language family. So Canada actually designed the Indian Act as a post-Confederation assimilation policy. So way back in 1867, the federal government believed that the best thing that could happen for Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Coquitlam, and all of the other Indigenous peoples in Canada, is that they begin to assimilate and become like everybody else. The history behind Orange T-shirt Day is there was a young woman who went off to one of Canada's residential schools, and her family had bought her a really nice orange shirt to wear on her first day to school, and they dropped her off at the school, and the school quickly took away the shirt and made her wear the uniform. So it's become a symbol of the whole residential school experience in Canada, and sort of celebrating survivors and what they went through. So again, the ideology of residential schools was if you could separate the children from the families and the communities, you could go a long way to this assimilation policy.
That is an actual quote of the first Prime Minister of Canada.
Oh yeah, we're not messing around here. This is like once Canada decided to do this, it was going to do it. Everybody was involved: the church, the state, the police. I mean, it was really a full-on coordinated effort to forcibly, culturally assimilate. I don't have to call it that. Of course, Canada had a Truth and Reconciliation Commission that actually branded it as a cultural genocide. It was a commission brought forward by the federal government. And certainly today, when we look at global issues and global people's issues, taking away the kids from the kinship group is considered genocide. So Canada, because we were sort of looking back at these schools, said that was really a cultural genocide.
And language as well, right? I mean, they were not allowed to speak in their own mother tongue.
I mean, the punishment was severe if you had the audacity to speak your language in school. Well, first of all, it took us 130 years to get into this mess. It's not going to happen overnight, and so there's going to be people on all sides who will be disappointed. I think we stay the course, though. We continue to learn and educate ourselves. So, people always say we're doomed to repeat the past if we don't learn from it. So, we just got to keep that focus on learning from the past, but not living in it, and focusing on the future, which I think is going to be really helpful.
Bob, thank you so much for being on this program.
Thank you, Wilbur.
I'd like to stand side by side with you and the First Nations of Canada here, and to make it a point for myself to educate myself on our shared history and what has happened, so that we can move forward together side by side.
Side by side, on our canoes, we will move forward together. We learn from each other. We're gonna learn together. We move together. We learn from each other. We move together.
Mamawi, Bimotao.
Wilbur Sargunaraj.